Hi, I'm Kelly from the COPS team. Numbers on a page carry a real weight. In this episode, Florence and Louis ask the hardest practical question. How much should we offer and why? Now, let's watch.
I said, are you a Christian? We hug. She said she's not a Christian. So it's like, God it is God's way and plan. When she told me that, I wasn't convinced because I don't want to burden my children with that. Still, even when she told us we got the pill, his heart is still heavy. So with that, okay, we thank her for that, and then we went home. So came home, we are so tired. So when we are resting, and I was asking God, I process my own heart first. So I start to ask God. I say, God, I need to check my own heart. So I say, God, is it that I want this place? This a prime area, good area? Is it? I say, God, at first, I don't want. I don't tell you, don't give me this house. I don't want to shift. So I checked my own heart first. It's not that I wanted the house. So when I start telling God and asking God, so I said, God, what's next? So He start to let me to. Why? In the first place, He asked me to wear this t-shirt. It's a word. It's a t-shirt of faith. And look at behind, I show you. Can you see?
Nothing is impossible.
So it's about David fighting Goliath. So when I was processing, I know it's something about a land, this land that God want me to enter, and also about sea. I just have these two things, but I don't really comprehend what God is saying exactly. But it's definitely a faith walk to even take this. And after that, He showed me why, what Louis said just now, we walk the park connector on this side. We're supposed to walk back. But why we are walking on the opposite side of it? And when we walk the opposite side of it, why do we meet the girl? And when I kind of like ask her more, later on I'll share more. So why I met her. So God is kind of like showing me his leading, His grace leading us step by step. And when I caught my niece friend, I try to ask her things like, I want to find out more information. And she can't even share the with WhatsApp because she don't have evidence of her sharing anything. So she said, it's better we talk on the phone. So when I talk to her, wow, instead of course, after that, she said, it's okay, you can just appeal. It's really case by case. After talking to her, I kind of like more assured. And it's like, we talked for about 3 hours. At the end, it was her asking me more things. She said, actually, she told me she was very stressed that day. She normally jog. She don't even jog this side of the walk. She always jog the other side. She don't know why that day she jogged the opposite side. And she said, normally she also don't want to call people when she's stressed. She don't know why she called me. And the worst part is, for her position in the HDB, she said she won't normally tell people that she worked in HDB. She told me she worked in HDB. So amidst all that, I know God is paving that. It's His grace of leading us step by step. And she even asked me in a conversation with her for hours. She even told me, Sakugu, how do you hear God? She's not a believer, but she started asking me questions. And she has some issue with her kids, and we're sharing, edifying, and telling her things. So with that, after God kind of like assured me, I was so assured when God kind of like tell me all that, and I checked my own heart that it's not out of greed, it's because I want this place that I want to purchase it. So now it's by faith. I have to agree. We have to be in one agreement because we have to be in one heart as husband and wife. So when he woke up, I told him, I asked Louis, is it I who wanted to buy the house? No, it is you, right? You are the one. And how God has led us, and in obedience, I go ahead. And I told him why I wear this t-shirt, and how along the way we met the girl. Every conversation, he was in the middle. He's my witness. He saw what we have said. And so when I told him, I said, God is showing us the footprint of His grace. He's walking with us. It's for us to take that step of faith. And we have to come to agreement. We have to come in unity before we could take this place and this land in faith. It's so tough. It's like David fighting a Goliath, but with God, nothing is impossible. So when I share that with him, we have to conquer every step first. So first is with Louis. So Louis kind of like agree, but he agreed. So with that, next, we ask our children, right? Because we are implicating them. So I asked my two boys. The two boys said, "Oh, mommy, daddy, we don't care. It's still quite a long way. It doesn't matter. You all decide." But the issue is with my daughter because she's already planning to apply for a house with a boyfriend. So when we shared this news with her, she was upset. She was angry and she was so mad. She said, "Why are you doing this? Why are you implicating me and dragging me? What? I can't apply for a house until when I'm 39." Because she also can't be sure that when she appeals, she will get the house. And indeed, it's going to be so challenged. And I told my girl, and if you disagree, we will not apply. If you don't agree with what we're doing, we will let go of the house. We won't even get the house. She was mad, she was angry, but yet she said, "No, I don't want to be the one to don't let you get a new place." And okay, backtrack a bit. Before that, God actually asked me to read the whole book of Exodus that season. I don't know why, I just read. But now I start to understand why. See? So because we already sold our flat before we even get the house. The flat already sold. So now my daughter said, "Yeah, you have no house, so you have to apply." So my daughter gave us the agreement, go ahead and apply the house. So with her agreement, though she was really upset about it, we went ahead. So we also told the Lord, "God, if that's the house that you have for us, it will still be there." And true enough, when we call back HDB for another appointment to go back, and the day when we went back to apply the house again, the most amazing part was my house agent actually came along with us because she said, "Hey, this is a new area. I want to know your floor plan, house site plan, so that next time when I sell this new house, I'll have more idea." And she said, "Hey, Florence, can you send me the floor plan of your house?" So I told Louis, "Can you send me the floor plan?" So when I sent her the floor plan, in amazement, when I sent the floor plan to my friend, the floor plan has a mark, like a butterfly print, the outskirt of a butterfly print on the floor plan. And because the site plan has a lot of butterfly, it's like a site plan, is like all the formation of a butterfly. And when I sent the floor plan to her, because she wanted our floor plan, when I sent the floor plan, there's a little butterfly print on the floor plan of the house. Wow, I was amazed. I said, "Hey, what is that?" But even when I was walking in before I select the house, I know God, you already choked. It's like, yes, stamp, this house is ours. True enough, when we went in, even delaying in selecting the house, this house is still reserved for us. And we bought it at 621 on the 7th floor. So we were so thankful. And then when we were signing the down payment, we pay a few thousand first. It's not even first 10%. First, we got to go through many. First round is parting about a few thousand. And after paying, I was telling Louise, I felt like we are already crossing the Red Sea. But I felt like, hey, the chariots are chasing behind us, right? I was telling Louise, I just don't know why, but in my spirit, I just felt, wow, the chariots, the horses, they're all chasing behind us. That's how I felt. And how this thing came about is after we bought the house a few months later, true enough, Louis was retrenched. When we bought the house, he was still working. So we were thinking we could still help to finance a bit with his income, with his CPF, because Singapore, we have CPF. We still have some CPF amount in the as he's working. So we could still use a bit of the CPF money for the house because we sold at 640. The house we bought is 621 and paying 40,000 for levy. So we are forking out a bit more from the CPF. So we thought, okay, since he was still telling me we can maybe match up to even 630, that time. But in my heart, I was asking God how much.
One decision can set the whole journey in motion. Next, see what it's like to wait while the keys are still far away. We will see you in the next episode.